Took me 4 races to know this. That last year at Avelina, when I said I wanted to go sub 24, or when I went to SP50 and I said that I'm going to go sub 12, got my face bashed in. Javelina went 27 hours, missed it by 3 hours. And then again, this race, like, I didn't say I wanted to go 24 hours. I knew that this wasn't the race to do it, but it would have been cool in perfect conditions at home in front of all my friends and family. Would have been dope. Would have been cool. But shit, Brad, you do not put in the work to run a sub 24 hour 100. That is not, I'm not putting myself down. It actually feels so motivating and rejuvenating to say that. It's a positive thing. Because what it means is not that I'm being lazy, but Brad has a full-time job. Brad has 2 kids under 8 years old with multiple activities after school and things on the weekend. Brad has a wife that he's obsessed with, that he just wants to spend all the time in the world with, that frankly right now would rather spend time with her than go on a long run. Brad has a W-2 job. It's an easy W-2 job as far as I'm concerned, but it's still a W-2 job. Brad has multiple small businesses that he's trying to operate at one time. Brad has brothers that he's trying to really keep close to him, which he's done an amazing job. Even though he's lost both of his parents, he understands the importance of having those brothers close to him and spending time with them. Brad finally recognized the fact that he does not do enough strength work and his legs are weak. So if I want to say, if I want to come out and say, I want to run 24 hours, I have to say that I'm going to put in the work that is necessary. And this is going to be me changing my mind and contradicting things I've said in the past. And this, once again, is going to align to my goals. If you want to survive and get through a 100-mile race, you do not need to put in 100-mile weeks in training. If you want to survive and get through a race, your vert over the week does not need to match the vert in the race. But if you want to make bold goals and you want to be competitive and you want to race, I know now, there is no way that you can expect to race hard a 100-mile distance if you can't find 100 miles in a training week. There is no way that you are going to race a mountain ultra with 25,000 feet of climbing if you cannot find 25,000 feet in a training week. I've done 3 100-mile training weeks my whole career. Maybe even 2. One of them might have been a race. What was I thinking that I was going to go sub 24, which is fast, it's a good 100, when I don't strength train and I put in 80-mile weeks flat. For UTMB, yeah, I got a couple 12. I think I've put in like the most vert I've ever put in a year, but I never came close to 20,000, and that race had 32,000 feet. I think my biggest week was 90 miles and 15,000. How on earth did that work ethic tell my expectation that I was going to finish that race? How on earth did running 80 miles really slow with 2,000 feet peaking for Tesla Hertz somehow convince me that I was fit enough to go 24 hours, sub 24 hours? Impossible. Things are going to change.